So we're looking at racket head acceleration. We're looking for actually the appropriate racket head acceleration that allows me to be consistent. So our second goal is consistency toward the target that I've chosen. An easy way to practice that is just doing a drop and hit, taking several balls and deciding on a target. What target do I want to hit to? For example, hit to square one, which is the deuce service chord. What type of swing path would I need to make with my racket? And what type of spin would I need to hit? And how much speed and spin would I need to make that target achievable? So if I do a drop and hit, adjust my feet, and try to spin the ball toward that first target, so I can experience that. Now once I get standing still and dropping and hitting, I said, yeah, but I don't really play that way. I'm forced to move a lot. Well, just toss the ball further away. Toss it to the side, toss it further in front, toss it further back. So you're forced to use your adjusting steps to execute the shot you want, going towards your decided target. If I want to go to square two, which is my deeper square, the one behind the deuce service chord, I have to increase the height of the ball slightly. I have to increase the racket head speed a little bit more, but I'll also use my spin, my top spin in this case, to make sure the ball doesn't go out. I'll still toss the ball up, move my feet, a little bit more acceleration, and if I find my ball going too long, what do? If I say, whoops, I missed. No, just simply add more spin, because I can keep my height all the time, but I simply add more spin to make the ball come down. What about if I have different grips? Well, with the Western grip, for example, my aim point would be much, much higher over the net, because I'm increasing my racket rotation, racket spin, again, to create the ball rotation. So I've got to aim much higher with a Western grip to get the ball to go. But I have a tendency to lose depth with a Western grip. So with my semi-Western grip, I get a compromise between some spin and some speed to be able to go back to square two. And whoa, what happened there? So what part would I change now if I hit the ball in the net? Would I change the spin? Would I change the speed? How about if I change the height? So because I'm hitting more spin again with my semi-Western, I have to increase the height of my shot to get the depth that I want on the shot. How about if I want to go a different direction? I want to go to square three, which is the square behind number four. Well, part of that would go in the path my racket takes. So we know that the palm of my hand should go toward my decided target, which means my racket path needs to go towards square three. I can also facilitate that by how I move my feet. Using my power leg, like we mentioned before, my right leg, I also will push off in the direction that I want the ball to go. It helps create a line of power again, as well as creating more weight transfer into the shot and a more accurate shot. Now, going back to our very beginning, am I still practicing my unit turn? You get. So I start here, step out, I've got my unit turn. I have my coil, my moving, uncoiling, go into my shot, and have a finish so my elbow points out where the ball is going to go. So by using my four squares again, I can practice my unit turn, my point of contact, as well as my 5 priorities of direction, depth, spin, and speed. Later on, we're going to address another spin that you can use called underspin. So we're looking at some other ways that we can improve our game through practice. And we mentioned I can do drop and hits by myself, but what's really even more fun is if I have a partner dropping balls for me. So they just toss the ball out, which allows me to practice moving my feet with my unit turn and executing the technique the way I want it, and then still hitting for my tactical objectives. My favorite practice partners is the ball machine. Now we've got a little ball machine here that's battery operated, but it could be an electrical plugged-in machine that's hitting from the other side at different speeds and spin. But most importantly, it allows me to focus on how I'm going to hit the ball and still be able to execute the tactical situations where I want the ball to go. So I'm going to turn my little guy on first. So he's all set for me to hit. The ball comes out. I have my unit turn to go for the shot. And I try to execute the tactical situation I want. I have different grips. The ball bounces fairly low, so I have to adjust my body to the kind of shot. And I can move up, play the ball a little bit on the rise if I like. If I find the ball's coming fairly deep, I might even back up a little bit to execute. If I move back, my tactic has to change a little bit. I have to take a little bit higher because the ball made me move back. I need to buy time. So ball machines, partner drop and hit, or you drop and hit. All of these are great ways you can practice your tactical skills using the new technical tools we've given you.